have a pleasure this year. I'm going to harvest some pumpkins from my garden, and these weren't really even meant to grow. It was by accident. They were just going from the compost that we made last year, and look at them, they turned out beautiful and orange, and I just love this color for the fall. I also harvested a bunch of tomatoes, and I'm going to bring in as much as I can because the rain is on the way. And I have some peppers as well, but I forgot which one is the hot one. Well, the red ones were a little bit more obvious, so I'm going to store those in the pantry. I love September so much because we still get the summerish weather during the day, so we can enjoy that, but also at night it's cooling down and it's time to cozy up in the house. So this is kind of having both of the seasons, and I get all the benefits of that cozying up at night. So I'm going to make some tea, and around the fall time I like to put some dried fruits in there, some turmeric and some pumpkin spice. I want to create a welcoming and cozy decor, but I don't want to make it too busy either, and I don't want to spend money on it. So the only thing I purchased are these candles and the pillows under my bottom because these chairs are very hard, and also it's cold on the winter, so I'm going to cozy up with those. And also I bought some paper, and I'm going to share it with you how I'm going to spice up this lantern I have. And I bought this off of Amazon a couple of years ago, and for each season I can do something with that to change it around a little bit, but basically I don't have to store it, it's always out, and I can just adjust to the season what we have. The next area where I wanna put a touch of fall decor is gonna be the dining area. I bought these cute dishcloths at a local store, and that just makes the cleaning a little bit more fun. I have this nice beige, very simple runner, and also this is something that I can add other colors to it, but I can use it throughout different seasons. I used to have these kitchen towels in the drawer, but I find a better place for it because one, I can free up some space in the drawer, but also it's going to be more handy to grab them because it's on an open shelf. It's very easy to reach, it's very easy to maintain, and it's easy to put it away.
Send me off with the words of a lullaby.
The next area where I wanna add a little bit of a fall touch is the living room, and I'm going to achieve that with some pillow covers that I already put it on, and I have one blanket, so that's enough color just to add a splash of a fall color to it. Let's use something These else. Little portions of chia puddings will be ready for the morning when we just want to grab something before the breakfast is done. Sometimes I like to add chia seeds to the tea as well. It has so many good omega fats in there, and also it has tons of fiber. As the fall is approaching, I have less and less to do in the garden, and especially on the rainy days, so that's when I can do other things and try new things like this embroidery. A sleepy and grey morning calls for a French toast.
Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck.
We still have some warm days, but also the night is getting cold, and some of the days when we have the rain is definitely chillier. So this is the time when I'm packing away those kind of type of dresses that I normally wear on the summer days when it's really hot. And then I'm going to pull out the sweaters and then the light jackets. So it's slowly, but my closet is turning into the fall season as well. And we have more bulky items on the fall, so I have to fold a little bit more. And also I'm going through on the summer clothes what needs to be washed, and I will properly put them away. Also, this is a good time to go through what are those that needs to be replaced, so by the next summer we will have the list, and then I will buy it then, because my kids are still growing, so I don't want to just buy it now, but I already gathering the list what they going to need for the summer, as we know what we are getting rid of as of right now.
One too many, should go home to my bed, sleep it off, but I can't stop believing you're the one I'ma be with tonight. So I will do anything to make you mine. Hey, won't you pour me another? I'm going in, so wish me good luck. Yeah, I gotta put on my favorite song, I need a boost. Let's turn up the love, because it's on.
On the fall, I'm wrapping up my herb selection. I have some yarrow from my garden and I just dried them, and I'm going to grind that and I use it as a tea. It's an excellent way of helping to reduce the bleeding, and I just like to keep this as a backup if we need it. Sometimes if I have a heavy period, this is something that can help. For the bedroom, I would like to keep it simple as possible. This beautiful linen sheet that has this burnt orange color, it's so vibrant and warm. It's really going to give this nice touch of fall for this room. That little shelf that we added to the wall is gonna be a perfect space to add some decor as well. Now I took off all the plants and I have those little houses. I think it's just a more like a natural and calmer decoration for the fall. Actually, now I'm thinking I have those orangey dried flower that you seen me putting into the vase earlier in this video. Maybe that would be a nice thing to put there. So I really like that shelf because it's narrow enough that it's not in the way, but I can put little things there just to dress up the room and add some personality, but also it's not taking up space on our nightstand. Pretty soon we're going to use this puffy jackets, and I'm just looking through if it's all clean. As I do my chores on the fall, I really enjoy listening to vintage music. That's my favorite, and they have a specific fall vintage music. I can link it down below for you guys if you wanna listen to it, but it's something that I really enjoy. I'm already getting ready for the colder weather. We're going to use our fireplace, and I have lots of lint, and I'm going to use the empty paper rolls from the toilet paper, and I'm going to stuff all the lint in there, and it's gonna be an amazing starter for the fireplace. Here's an easy way how to sprinkle some fall scent around in the house, and this is a non-toxic one, and also I can recycle it and create candle later on if I want to. I am warming up some beeswax, and I'm going to add some pumpkin spice to it, and I have some essential oils like cinnamon and pumpkin spice, apple, whatever you can think of that reminds you of the fall. You can just put it in there. It will smell good. It's just the combination of the beeswax and all the fall spices. Some of them has some hooks so I can hang them.
Had more of your smile. What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the world.
There's a page on Instagram that I really love to follow. I really love their style. I think they're selling all natural products, but the way they're putting the whole store together is so inspiring. So this picture that they posted, I really wanted to create something similar, so that was the inspiration for that. But I just really love the whole setup for their store. With this scented beeswax batch, I made one candle that looks like a little house, and the smooth texture brought out all the details from the mold, and I just love the scent of it. I'm making another batch of chia pudding, and this one is going to be paired with some pineapple juice and some frozen mango. So I'm going to mix the two together, and that's gonna be going onto the bottom of the jar. And on the top layer, I find this evaporated coconut milk, and they use coconut sugar, so it's all good ingredients. And I added to the almond milk and the chia pudding that I made earlier, and it just makes it very, very creamy and rich. colder weather has a good side. I can cozy up and paint more, and I have lots of new products on my mind, and hopefully I can accomplish them in the near future. I will keep you posted on that, but I have lots of plans and then another big project that I cannot wait to share it with you guys very soon.
In case if anybody is wondering what is she doing in the evening hours.
One of my goals is to provide a safe and comfortable environment for my family. I want them to be healthy and to have our home as a safe place where they can rest. Our body is challenged with many chemicals every day. We breathe in air that is polluted by industrial emission, wildfire smoke, just to name a few. A clean home can give a break to recover from the daily exposure that challenges our body. Sometimes nice new cleaning tools can be very encouraging to clean something out that I have been procrastinating and that is important to clean this mold from this diffuser, and with my new tools I'm just going to do that. Our brains like order, and constant visual reminders of disorganization drain our cognitive resources, reducing our ability to focus. A cleaner home helps reduce stress, feeling of anxiety. A clean home can also reduce fatigue and improve concentration.
Wow.
When I bought this powder, I saw this big pumpkin on the front, and some reason I thought this is how it's going to taste. Nope, it's pumpkin seeds powder.
Interesting.
I need to recover from that experience. I have to create some sweet that I like. Over the years, I discovered that our personality can be so different, and it is very important to be clear with that. There's no one size fits for all. So for example, I really like to rotate the tasks. So I only like to spend just a little time with something and move on, do something else, get back to the original one. And that's how I work. I am more productive and I feel more energized. And for example, my husband is the opposite. He likes to collect things that are alike and just gather them and get them done in one wind. And as long as you are aware of what is your personality, it can be very helpful to make the process more enjoyable. My older son got braces. He had to have 4 teeth extracted for that reason. So we are doing a lot of soft food and grounded meat lately. So make sure we can comfort him and he can eat properly.
It's the same old story being told inside my head.
In my last video, I shared our new morning routine where I actually bought this cute storage box for baked goods. And let me tell you guys, this is so inspiring to me. I started to look into new things to make because it's just really fun to load up this little box with all sorts of cute looking baked goods.
The time's running out, so take the chance. Make a move, 'cause this door won't stay open till the end. Won't you tear my world apart? 'Cause I know I need a start to let you in. When it's over, I will see what I've done. Let it go too soon. Oh, I'll be stronger if you just step right in. 'Cause I need a start to let you in.
There is a life I lead in this city, hurrying to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by, doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow, somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am gold? Wait, hold on. We together, take me back where I've been. I want it all.
Do you hear that? Oh my god. I don't want to go out.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day to wash away the pain. There's a new day to take away your sorrow. Washed out by the rain. Darling, you've got to keep.
Making Danish for breakfast. I can only just blame myself. It was my idea to make them. Will I make them ever again? Sure, but not for breakfast. It took so many steps to let the dough rest and then roll many times. And probably I'm going to opt out of that shape as well. It looks beautiful, but my family eats faster than engaging with how it looks like. So the round shape worked out better. I was able to put more jam on the top and it was faster to make, but it was fun to make this as a fun project.
Day, and it will set you free. There's a new day to get you through your struggles. I will all
I definitely going to try the Danish, but I prefer salty food, so I made some stir fry for myself for breakfast. Wow, that was the last one. Wow. These plastic tabs should be illegal. I always break them and now I'm without a tab. They should make it out of a metal or something. I could have probably done this work when Zsolt was home and I could have asked for his help, but I know he would have just cut out the whole entire bush. So that's why I was determined to get it done by myself, because I like that bush. I want to keep it.
Hurry to cut my teeth. I can take what I need to get by. It doesn't make it easy. The other piece of my heart moves slow. Somewhere in the great unknown. When I return from the afterglow, will you carry me like I am home? Wait, hold on, put me together, take me back where I belong. I want it all. I had a feeling that
sky's beautiful and so are you.
I am making some stuffed cabbage. It's a very comforting food, and again, it's a ground meat. So everybody can eat from that without any issue. And I like to make this mostly on the fall or even more on the winter. It's very comforting food, and it's something I have to cook for a long time, and it just really represents the colder weather to me.
Oh, there's a light and there's a fire coming out of me. Every time I see one's a destroyer and one is a warrior, fighting hard to be the better part of me, the better part of me. Another day, another rhyme, trying to sugarcoat and reconcile, so I can do a dance and make us both forget, only to start it up and play it out again. It's like a long dream. You're on the wrong team. Oh, there's a light and there's a fire coming out of me. Every time I see one's a destroyer, one is a
I have a few leftover hazelnuts. I'm going to use that and adding some dried papaya, and I'm going to melt some chocolates and I'm going to cover that. I think we are covered with sweets. We are good. I think this stuffed cabbage will be a nice balance after making all these sweets. And we're going to have a cozy night. We definitely love food, but around the fall time it becomes even more of the center of the things at home. And as we go into winter, we're going to cook and bake even more, because it's just a very fun way to warm up a home with a beautiful scents of the food and just feeling the warmth of the baking. So let's find joy in homemaking. And of course there's gonna be days when it's hard to do things, and there's gonna be days when we have a fresh new start and we can start to enjoy things. As the weather is getting colder and rainier, I'm going to start with something that I tried to create from what I have already home. I didn't want to buy anything that is plastic, so I wanted to use something that is an all-natural one, and I have it at home. So I had to dig into my recycle pile and that's where I find this cardboard, and basically I just created a circle.
We can spend all day in there. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix.
As I'm making the wreath, I got an idea to gather some more branch, some greenery, maybe some colorful leaves.
On the way baritone. Yeah. Shut the lights, go infrared.
I played around with that a little bit and I decided just to go with a plain wreath that I just only use the hazelnuts, and I made one layer as a base and then I added a couple of one on the top, so make sure it's more of a three-dimensional wreath, not just a flat one.
You don't have to wake up yet. We can spend all day in bed. I'll put the TV in the room. We'll have a Netflix marathon.
I'm kind of like a squirrel. I like to stock up on dried goods on the fall, and it just makes me feel good because I know I'm going to make a lot of soup, so I'm going to have some backup when I want to create those. I also like to stock up on pumpkins and squashes as well as on onions, so I'm gonna be ready for the Thanksgiving cooking as well because it will be here very soon. Besides stocking up my pantry, I like to organize and just go through on the items just to check them, make sure nothing is expired, and if so, make sure we're using them up as fast as we can. So that's a good time to check everything before all this cooking starts. I like to do this with each season, but on the fall, once I have everything inside the pantry from my garden, is definitely a good time to check and go through on the items in the pantry. As much as we love to cozy up at home, also there are many things that we love to do outside, and one of them is to picking grapes, apples, and I will share later on what else we picked, but this is definitely something that we enjoy very much, and besides that we're going to make something very delicious from these grapes. Preserving food can be a big task, but if you do it with friends, it's definitely more fun.
And so we'll come by and do right there. And so this morning,
You keep me wondering, is our love strong? Just like a love song, baby, it's on. To know what you're thinking, it's like I'm sinking deep underwater. Maybe it's harder, harder, harder for me. Oh, harder for me.
yeah, you just have to.
Australian economic.
Oh, okay. So
The juice goes here.
Yeah. So the water's down there, and the steam comes up through that hole.
Yeah.
Okay. You put whatever. I haven't tried vegetables yet, but I would.
But the steam comes through all those holes too, but
And yeah.
but in the same holes you have the juice going down, but the same center is blocked out. What are we gonna eat all this with?
You can get started.
I mean,
Yeah, body too. And baby, please don't think I run away from you. It's just sometimes I get scared to dive into it. I want you lying next to me. Yeah, I want your body, your body too. Yeah, body too. Will you be my ride or die? Around all these people, we'll try to be someone better than you and I. posing for pictures, but nobody listens to anything that you have to say. Can we just leave and walk away? Walk away, walk away. Maybe you won't see me get emotional, and sometimes
There are many things that can make a home cozy, and one of them is to making candles. And the funny part of that, I was creating these candles when we had our power out, so it was very accurate to make these, but that's why they were kind of cracking because it was very cold when I was making them. I was on the hunt for a while at Goodwill to find some candle holders, specifically golden ones. I couldn't find any, so I ended up pulling the trigger and I bought some off of Amazon. If you're enjoying to decorate your home, definitely stay tuned until the end of this video because there is going to be a very cozy setup for the night. So now I'm just playing around with the pumpkins. Another way to make more cozy nights when it's cold outside is to bring the attention to the table where we eat. So I'm going to make sure that we're going to have a double cozy situation and I'm going to use some extra decoration, especially because Thanksgiving is coming, Christmas is coming, so I definitely going to get the good use of those candle holders. But I really love right now these orange colors. It just really gives a nice pop to that beige linen runner.
I would be up waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lot.
We had a dinner at my friend's house and that's when I tasted her pickles and I just really had to recreate that because it tasted so delicious. That is actually the reason why I planted all this lemon cucumber. Yeah, not watermelon, lemon cucumbers, because that's what she used and I just really wanted to make exactly the same. And I used the spices from Natural Grocers. It was a mix that was ready. I added some onions and garlic and I had some vinegar and sugar mixture and I added some salt as well. And basically I just followed through the basic pickling method and I only boiled the jars for about 10 minutes, so make sure they are still crispy. I mean, it's got plenty of vinegar in there, so it should be good.
A way to do it all again. Make our love a story that would never end. Never thought I'd feel so alive. Looking.
Sometimes just a little branch is enough to bring the outside to the inside.
Close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side.
The cold weather, it's really encouraging me to cook and bake more, so I am going to make bread more often, and because there's nothing like coming home to the smell of the bread. I just really love the smell of it, and I like to bake some apples as well. And no matter what, it's just something has to be in the oven. It warms up the house and it warms up the soul.
The world could fall down, it's gonna be okay. The sun could go out, we're gonna be okay. If all the blue skies turn to gray, we're gonna be okay. Calm your soul. Hold my hand.
When I cleaned out the pantry, I find some items that I wanted to use up. It's usually ends up in a bar or some kind. And there's so many things that you can use in there. The only staple that I suggest is the cocoa butter. It kind of works like a glue. It holds everything together. These crunchy things that I just spilled over the floor, I soaked some buckwheat and then I dehydrated, and it's very fluffy but crunchy, so it's a nice complement to the all this gooey dates and apricots. As the fall weather rolls in, I'm trying to focus even more on our health, so I am going to prepare some elderberry syrup to keep us healthy. We picked the apples and we made this apple cider with some friends, so we're treating it like as a liquid gold.
Oh, we're living in the present.
I started to carve these sweet potatoes a few years ago and my family is really enjoying it, so it became a tradition since then to make them, and it's very simple to make. I have the tools when we used to take clay classes or wood throwing classes, and they worked perfectly for that task.
Not always what they see. Goes to total peace as the pain begins to ease. Not often we can see the beauty in the pain. Not often we can see the value that we gain. Now listen, little one.
Finishing up the elderberry syrup, I added some On Guard essential oil from doTERRA and some cinnamon. I almost forgot. Yeah, cinnamon, and I used some manuka instead of just plain honey, and it turned out very sweet and it's tasty, and it will keep my family healthy, hopefully. Picking chestnut on the fall, it's pretty much what we grew up with, so we are continuing this tradition with our boys.
I wonder if you hear me, 'cause I've been crying out.
The daylight is getting shorter on the fall, so I like to decorate with lights. And I have many different ones. Sometimes I use these itty bitty ones that are battery operated, so I can put them into the lantern, and I have bigger ones that I can plug in. But I just love that they are seasonless. I can use them for any kind of occasion, and it just brings an extra coziness and warmth to the home. We started to use the fireplace, but just in case if it's not on and somebody is cold, I like to keep a blanket near to the table. It looks very cozy even during the day, but at night, when this is the only source of the light, it's pretty amazing. A soft, warm glow that can surround us as we eat dinner, but it's enough light to see what we eat. It's a very busy season in our life with all the things that are going on with school and such, and it's a very nice way to wind down from the day and just get ready for a cozy night.
Waiting for you if you had to leave. I would wait a lifetime if you were at sea. I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal it.
There's a new day that will come again tomorrow. There's a new day.
Today is a new day to enjoy the homemaking, and I'm going to start with putting away this honeycomb that I purchased at a grocery outlet. The cozy fall days are filled with baking and canning and with some cleaning.
Get washed out by the rain. Darling, you got to keep holding on through the night, 'cause I promise you this.
Some mud started to build up on this dish rack, so I'm going to scrub it with some vinegar and dish soap, and I'm going to use some tea tree oil.
If only just for a bit. There's a new day to leave behind your trouble. There's a new day.
I always find the best brushes at H Mart. Some of them are available at Amazon, and I will have the links down below, but mostly I find them at H Mart.
Your struggle.
When we remodeled this kitchen, one of my big concerns was the sink, and I wanted to have the one that is kind of deep so I can fill it up. And then we ended up with this shallow one, but it's wider, and I think we did the best choice with that because I don't have to bend over as much, so it's easier on my back, and I have a very easy access as I'm washing bigger pieces. I can't wait to try this honeycomb, and I put it on this top of this little cabinet where I keep the baked goods for breakfast, because I think I'm going to put this into a tea. Also on the weekend I made some canning. I made some ketchup-ish something. I mean, I tried my best, but I didn't know what I was doing, and I made some lard as well. For next, I'm going to tackle my least favorite chore that I have to do in the kitchen, is to clean out this oven. But I have to admit, since it's a smaller size, it's easier to clean, so it's just less surface to scrub, but yet it still fits 2 casserole dishes in there. So I'm really happy with this oven. And I like to use baking soda because it's really good at absorbing all those gunky, greasy spots. We are getting used to the new schedule, and to me it's mind-blowing how much more I can get done without a lot of distraction and multitasking. So now I'm actually able to focus more on the task. As I'm getting used to the new schedule, I'm still soaking up the quiet. It feels good for my brain, but also I like to listen to some music. Sometimes I have Gilmore Girls in the background, or Friends, or some kind of DVD that is going. The fun part of this homemaking is that I just really make the environment that I get to enjoy to do this work. I made stuffed cabbage last week, and I had some leftovers from the meat and the rice mixture, so it's ready to go into another recipe. And now I'm just going to use some tomato sauce and lots of maple syrup, some pepper and salt, and basically the recipe is stuffed pepper so it's similar to the stuffed cabbage, but it's made with tomato sauce. And guys, this is so yummy. This is my husband's favorite, and since I don't have big peppers, just little ones, I'm just going to stick them into the soup. I'm getting more and more use of this drying rack. Thank you, Rebecca. I like to dry some water bottles on that, and now the gloves. It just works really amazing. And of course, the ZWILLING bags are drying way faster on that as well. The bugs and the bees are still busy in our garden, and I still have some things to harvest, but I'm really soaking up the last days of this fall with the lots of sunshine. I like to bring in herbs and just put it all over in the house. One, it looks really nice because it just brings life to the place, but also it smells amazing and it keeps the bugs away. Just a quick idea, this is something that holds the paper. It has a magnet on it. I used to have this in the laundry room, but now I'm just going to use it in the kitchen, and it can hold the cutting board. It looks cute and it comes handy. We had this odd worn down lamp in our bedroom. Last time I covered that with the basket, so finally I made up my mind what I should buy there. And originally I wanted to go to IKEA, but I just had to realize this is not going to happen anytime soon, because IKEA would be a whole day project for me to drive there and all. And even though they have great prices for lamp, I was able to find something on Amazon, so I just ordered that and I got it the next day, and I'm very happy with the decision because I like actually this golden color because it did a little uplift to the room. It looks a little bit more elegant. Kind of had a hard time to figure out what lamp should go here color wise, and just I'm trying to pick things that generally goes well with everything. So I think that will do it. And this is the only light bulb that I was able to locate. So well, in the end it worked out, and it's just so bright. It's just perfectly what I needed, and I love the golden color. As we were checking out the porch lights, I picked up some pumpkins and some mums.
That has 4 or 5 different colors. These are much bigger lights.
That was a smaller one?
No, this one had only one size.
It looks better than the other one, but what do you think?
How about if you put it this way?
I don't know.
I think it's...
Strawberry with honeycomb. That's become my new favorite.
Thinking twice, and I knew it would catch up, and that we would be the ones left behind.
10 years ago, I started to paint. I took exactly the same route as I did with YouTube. I had no idea what was I doing as I started, but I was catching up and learning along the way. So as the time was approaching that both of my kids would have been in school, that's when we started homeschooling. And so I set aside the children's book making, and that is something I was continue doing, but just not intensely. And I'm kind of hoping that I can get back to the swing to paint more.
And I grew up and somehow made it through without losing sight. And I still wonder where you are.
It was very important for me to have something that I really enjoy, and painting is something that is very relaxing me, and it just gets me into the loop of being creative, and it just makes me feel very good and relaxed. Welcoming fall with some home decorating. What are those decor items that I don't buy to simplify my life, save money and storage space? What can I use instead? all natural, non-toxic decor that is inexpensive and fills your heart with the joys of the fall. There are lots of very cute patterned fall kitchen towels. Choosing this versatile pattern so they don't really represent only fall helps me to reduce items that I wouldn't use that often. I try to choose my mugs the same way, kind of versatile. They can pass on the spring or on the summer, but definitely if I'm focusing on the fall, I start to see the autumn in there. Today, I want to start to decorate for fall, and I really feel the season more when I'm making those decorations. These orange peels will turn into a mushroom, and I will show you how to make them. I am going to focus on the orange color for today as I'm dehydrating.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
I jump easily. I have to do a couple of things before I continue with making the home decor. And while I do the tasks, sometimes I enjoy to listen to vintage music. I don't know if you enjoyed that, but this is something that it calms me, and I feel like the house gets very cozy with that type of music. And while I'm folding, I want to mention another item that I don't like to buy on the fall, but I think it's true for any season, is things with glitter. It's just because it gets everywhere in the house. It sits on our forehead and on the kitchen table, on the floor, everywhere. Since I'm dehydrating a little bit more than expected, I'm going to switch to my dehydrating machine because it's just more efficient and I think it has a better ventilation than my oven. So the next thing I'm going to dehydrate, this is gonna be the butternut squash, and I didn't buy organic since I'm gonna decorate with that, but I'm going to create some cute flowers with that, which you will see later in this video. I like to dehydrate under 120 Fahrenheit, preferably 100, because that way the color stays more vibrant. That's true for my herbs as well, but that will work with the squash too. As for the orange peels, I'm going for a darker and deeper color, so I had this on 220 Fahrenheit. The next item on the list that I don't like to purchase as a seasonal decor, big plastic pumpkins. They are beautiful. I really love the look, but they are super bulky to store them, and also they contain so many toxins. Instead, I'm going to decorate with these little itty bitty pumpkins that grew in my garden, and even you can purchase them from the store and they stay fresh for a very long time, so they are great for decoration. And as to add a little bit more charm to it, I'm going to cut out some leaves from felt and just tie them on the top. The orange peels need a little bit longer time to dehydrate. While I'm waiting to have the orange peels done, I am going to start to warm up some beeswax. I love the smell of it. Another item that I don't buy for the fall season, scented candles. They have so many fragrance in there. You can Google it what it does to your heart, and once you read it, you will be very strongly discouraged to buy them. But I'm going to create something that will smell just as good and it's better for the health. I have some unscented candles and I'm going to make them look a little bit more fancy by melting it with the hair dryer and adding some napkins to it. Why is this not sticking to it? Well, the hairdryer didn't work out, but I will share that later in this video how I fixed that problem. The orange peels are done, so I'm going to spend some cozy time in the studio. The glue gun works really fast to stick all the little wooden sticks to the orange peels. For the white dot that I tried on one of them, I used actually a wall paint and it popped out really nicely. So you can use a wall paint if you don't have anything else at home. Jot cut these wooden slices years ago, but I've been using them. Sometimes it's a coaster, sometimes I glue things on it. It's very handy and it looks very whimsical. To make a coloring effect on my candle that it looks more realistic like a pumpkin, I use some annatto and some cinnamon just to smell good, and it will settle on the bottom, which will be the top of the candle. Adding some orange zest. To keep the wick in one place, first I'm just going to pour a layer of beeswax and I'm going to stick it in there, and since it cools up very fast, it will hold that there. I'm going to drill a hole in the middle, and then I can add the wick in there. I have some idea how to use these dried leaves. Maybe it will be a garland, I don't know yet, but I need the supply now, so I'm going to iron them out, and that speeds up the drying process. Using the iron on the low setting and putting the leaves between two thick paper. This is the before, and this is the after.
Oh baby, I love your madness. It's so incredibly beautiful. Oh, you shine like gold, so selfless to all, and wild like an animal. Some would say I'm insane in the right and the way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games.
Setting aside the decorating for a little bit as I'm packing orders, and thank you so much for the orders, I so appreciate that. And after I'm finishing that, I am gonna go to bed, and I'm going to continue with the decorating tomorrow.
Whoa, you left me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. The limit of love is endless. I know. Just do what you want with me. Yeah, I want it all. Could care less the cost. I give you my everything. Some would say I'm insane in the right and the way, but I just love to play in your fun and your games. Always hungry for more. That's just how I was born. Take me somewhere I don't know. Give me your freedom. Oh, you left me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium. Life is so easy. Whoa, you left me to pieces. Yeah, I need it. Want your pandemonium.
Early morning before even breakfast. And here's a solution for the candle. So there's another method, and seems to be that has worked for me the best, is using a wax paper over the candle and basically just melting it with an iron. Probably my hair dryer wasn't blowing hot enough air, but this iron method works really well and fast. This is our last breakfast before school starts, so I really want to put an effort in there to tune our mood for fall, and I am making some oat waffles. And the last time when I made that, I've been working on this recipe for a while, I didn't grind the oat very well, and that didn't make it very pleasant food, but this time I used my spice grinder and the result was great. So I'm still doing some fine tuning, but seems like the family really likes it, and once this recipe is done, I will be happy to share it with you. In my last organizing video I shared, I created a capsule kitchen in this drawer, and I have to report you guys back, this is amazing. I really love that everything comes handy. I don't have to walk over to the other place to get those tools.
Nálunk is mentek egy ilyen régen volt 3 jobb, aztán déli szak volt lesz 3 jobb.
Yeah. How am I supposed to cut this? Just me?
I don't know.
Meg kell pucolni előtte?
I don't know.
Oh, wow! Azt hallottam, hogy a magot jó megenni. Nehogy. Can a little small. Oh, yeah.
Ja, van ott egy ilyen izé.
Megegyük?
No.
Gyereknek oda rakjuk meg mellé.
És kis mi ez?
Yeah, it seems very alive.
De jó. No, it's not.
This recipe is gluten and dairy free, and it's moist and bouncy. We really love it so far. We are saying goodbye to the summer mornings where we had the time to eat slowly and sometimes eating outside, but we're going to cozy up and welcome the fall. Warm tea, soups, and cozy fire set up. Another thing that I don't buy for fall decor is extra pillows. I only buy just the cover, so what you see inside, that's the Christmas one. And I just switch them around so that way I don't have to store them. I have these lanterns, and what I love about them that I can use some little fairy lights in there, or I can use some candle, but basically I can just adjust to each season. I feel refreshed now. I just changed into day clothes and such, and I did my self-care routine because in the morning I just jumped right into the tasks.
Some people have written books, some have a great look that covers them.
It's hard to pass by the garden without stopping, so I'm just going to quickly grab some flowers and then a few pumpkins.
For a sign. Some they are certain of what awaits them when it all ends, but I don't know what will happen to me. Will I be remembered in this century, or will I be forgotten like dust and wind, or the talk of the town that we are living in? Well, I don't know. How could I know what lies ahead of me? Am I part of a
Today I'm continuing with the home decor, and part of that is I have to get ahead of the things with thinking about it on the summer, like pressing flowers and such. So I'm just going to put some of the flowers from my garden in there, so it will be ready when I want to use them.
reading from a torn out page from a book filled with lines, but I don't know what to do. I'm staring into the blue sky and just waiting.
My original vision was with this squash to make a garland, but as I was putting them together, I discovered as they become a little bit of wavy shape, I can create little flowers. So instead of making a garland, I'm going to create a wreath. Also, it can look cute on a present. Well, that's the creation part. I keep modifying it. So I had this idea to use a marker just to create the middle, and I had these yellow yarrow from my garden, and I thought it looks even more realistic if I use this on the middle of the flower. Adding some leaves that I cut out from a felt. I have some dried fig fever as well. There are many possibilities how I can use these little mushrooms, but as of right now, I'm going to create a centerpiece. And if you look around carefully on the side of the road, you can see these little dried flowers. I think they used to be those yellow ones that grow very tall, but they are everywhere. So once they are dried, this is how they look like, and they are perfect for this centerpiece. This is actually not a decoration on the floor with the plants. No, that's my reminder for my procrastination. And to make things worse, I am too lazy to take out the camera, so I'm going to bring in the dirt and let's see how it will work out. What was I thinking? Now I had to bring out the camera, plus I have to clean up the dirt inside. While I was being creative and enjoying my sweet time with the wreath, everything just piled up, and now I have to do the reset in the kitchen.
I just wanna say that I feel that our love is real. Maybe we should hurry up and seal the deal. Oh, oh, I just wanna love you right. Oh, oh, love you till the end of time. I just wanna hold you for forever. Every day you're making me better. 'Cause a love like this is rare. I wanna take you there.
We have some peaches that are going bad very quickly, and I have some idea how to eat them all. I'm going to fry them a little bit on a little bit of a ghee, and once they have these cute stripes, that is done. I want this to be semi-soft, still crunchy on the outer part, but soft in the inside. And I'm going to just add some vanilla ice cream to it, and the combination of these two is gonna be wonderful.
Wow.
And this is the last project for this video. I am going to soak these leaves in water for 2 or 3 weeks. I'm going to replace the water every second or third day, and it's supposed to melt away all the green part, and I'm going to end up with the veins and patterns of the leaf. In this video, how I create a cozy home for fall, favorite gluten-free fall recipes, simple tips to make fall season more enjoyable, making pineapple flowers, creating garland, creative art studio time, and many more. Stay until the end to see them all. I hope you had a great week and you enjoying this fall season as much as I do. When I decorate my home for fall, I like to keep things simple as much as possible, yet I like to create an environment that is very welcoming. And fall season decorating is actually very easy because there are so many things that the nature has to offer to us, and I will share more on that in this video. The beautiful red pumpkins that you saw at the beginning of this video is from Trader Joe's, and they had a very good price, $7.99 for all of the pumpkins, like no matter what size you pick. I also got a bunch of nuts, some potatoes, pastas, and snacks.
So hard to find and seem impossible to score. So I came on to someday find that vintage love.
Putting away the grocery as I'm tidying up.
I kept on looking, but everyone's such a fool. And out
As the weather is turning more cold, we are drinking more tea.
through the door, at the next table, you're whisking me. The lights were dimmed as our eyes met moves on.
I'm going to add a touch of fall to our bedroom, and it's starting with this cute bouquet that has a warm orange color.
I woke up in the middle of the night. Ooh, na-na.
A quick dusting that is overdue. But if you don't want to see any dust, then have an unfinished wooden furniture, and I promise you that will show nothing. I'm always surprised what I'm wiping off.
Ooh, na-na. But you showed me how to believe.
To make a statement in this room is very easy because I'm just going to change the sheet. I have two pairs of sheet. I have this beige one and I have this warmer burnt orange tone, and I like to use this on the summer months, this light one, and the darker one on the winter months. It's linen, and I love how breathable it is and how it can regulate the temperature and the moist.
Yeah, I will love you for it all.
As the temperature will go down, I will have more fuzzy blankets, but as of right now, this is what we're going to use. And just changing the sheet and having this one bouquet, it's a very simple way to warm up this room for the fall season.
To share my thoughts. Ooh, na, na, na. It's like cutting a wound in a bleeding heart. It gets me,
A quick refresh with some essential oils.
but I know that you need it all. Ooh, na, na.
This is actually chillier than I thought. I'm going to go outside and gather some supplies for home decor.
I need a minute to think, or maybe two. 'Cause yesterday I lost control and said some things I felt that you should know. I need a
My neighbors texted me that they have some hops that I can cut off some for decoration. I never seen these before, but I'm gonna give a try.
It's gonna be okay, no matter come what may. I'm gonna something straight.
September is a beautiful month here. We got still some sunshine, the weather is not too cold, but the wasps are going into a psychopath mode, so I have to watch where I step.
Repeating the same mistakes. I did them all before, in every shade. There's a million ways.
Back from my backyard TJ Maxx. In my previous video, I talked about those 6 things that I don't buy for fall decor. Well, I forgot to add that one, and that is easy to produce, and that is a garland, and it depends what kind of leaf you choose. But on the low setting between 2 papers, I like to iron out some of these oak tree leaves. And last time I was just ironing out simple leaves, but you can actually do this to the leaves that it's still attached to the branch. This is another thing that I don't buy at the store, those scented pine cones. I'm going to put them into the oven for 200 Fahrenheit so they will open and all the creatures will come out of it. If it's fall, that means I have to process so many fruits, and now I have the plum on the menu. So I'm going to make a bunch of things with plums, and the pine cones are ready, so I'm going to put them into a basket. I'm going to sprinkle some honey apple essential oil on it and some cinnamon. Since I have lots of plums, I'm going to make some Hungarian plum dumplings, and this is gluten and dairy-free version. I just realized I'm doing it wrong. First I have to clean the potatoes so I can cook them, then I'm going to wash the plums. Some of the plums are gonna go into the dumplings, but I also going to save some to the freezer, and I'm going to use some wax paper underneath so they don't stuck to the container. Another favorite that is easy to make and it's gluten-free. I'm going to chop up the cauliflower. I'm going to blanch them, and I'm going to have a mixture of gluten-free flour and eggs. I'm going to mix that together with blanched cauliflower, and I'm going to bake them in the oven.
Another rainy afternoon, I don't know what I'm to do. I just miss you more than anything. Way too quiet in the house.
When the potatoes are still warm, I'm going to push them through this little gadget, but you can also shred them.
Stay here beside me. This isn't how it's supposed to be. Wish you'd stay here right with me. I can't change.
You might ask, what happened in that 1 hour, Noemi? Well, I can tell you. I did the cauliflower and the dumplings, and as I was editing this video, I lost 22 footages where I actually made these dumplings with the recipe because I measured it out. But if you wanna see how to make this, stay until the end because I'm going to remake these at the end of this video, because as soon as I realized what's the problem, I just made more dumplings, and even the situation wasn't really something I would prefer. On the end, we didn't mind it because we had more dumplings to eat.
Here with me, we never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone
I have a linen bag where I like to collect all the end of the bread, and that way I can make some breadcrumbs for cooking.
I can't cope without you, and I wanna hold you close. Say that you won't go. Say that you won't go.
Sprinkling some monk fruit on the top where I stick some vanilla beans in there. So basically it's a vanilla sugar with monk fruit.
Barely say goodbye before you disappear. It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie, don't know what I'd do without you. Maybe we could try to figure out a way to put our past aside. I've realized I only want.
I set aside a few for my neighbors.
I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you than someone I don't.
Back to the studio, I'm going to be working on some of the decorations. I want to create a very cozy fall decor on the fireplace, and also I want to create a garland over the kitchen. So there are a few things that I have to prepare for that. I shared that in my last video how to make these mushrooms out of dehydrated oranges and wooden sticks. Now I'm going to adding a bottom to it so it can stand on its own. The cauliflower is done, so now I'm going to work a little bit to decorate this space, and I want to create a garland, and I like to use the oak leaves, and I used some masking tape to fix it on the beam. Back to the studio to packing some orders. And my companion for tonight are owls and frogs. besides the order packing, the creative side is getting more exciting around this time of the year because it's just more cozy in the studio, and also just even the topics that I'm creating, it's all about the coziness and just getting together in the house and having meals together. The orders are packed and it's ready to be shipped, so Joat is going to take them to the post office right now. It's early morning, very early morning, too early. What do I need from here? Oh, the eggs. This is another favorite that is made with plums, and the recipe is up on my website. I will link it in the description box. Probably I used some different fruits in there. Sometimes I use strawberries, but plums are definitely the best version of that. The breakfast coffee cake slices are done, and I have some sausages in the other oven. If it's fall, we are definitely eating more soup, and when I say we, I meant me. I like to eat a lot of soup, so I'm going to bake a butternut squash, and I'm going to place some garlic into that little hole that it has, and I'm going to bake it for at least for an hour. Everybody left, and now I'm going to prepare a breakfast for myself because I don't like sweet things in the morning. Chopping up a whole zucchini into itty bitty pieces. I have some cooked potato leftovers. I'm adding some salt, gluten-free flour, and 1 egg. And I'm going to mix it, and it will have a texture where it's easy to spread as I'm frying them. equal part of coconut aminos and apricot jam, a little bit of a sesame seeds and chili peppers, a little bit of a rice vinegar, everybody is having breakfast. Weather here requires, well, a tricky setup. We still have some warm days where I can handle some summer clothes, but at night and in the morning it's kind of chilly. I have a mixture of a little bit of everything, but the true summer dresses are being packed away, and then the warm shirts are being pulled out and just put into a convenient spot. About to start to decorate the fireplace, but before that I have to start a load of laundry, and I'm going to use some Charlie's soap with some OxyClean. The inspiration for this fall, I really like this deep orange color that I achieved with these dehydrated orange mushrooms. So I'm going to continue to use these, and also the leaves that I ironed in my previous video. And this is kind of mimicking a garland as well, adds a pop of color to the fireplace. These colors feel very whimsical, and I decided to switch to these lanterns instead of just the open candle, because I think it's just more safe around all these dried things. Adding some fairy lights. This decoration gives enough cozy fall feel to our home, but I don't have to store anything from these. I can just compost them. And for next year, I can recreate the same thing, or I can change it up if I want to. It's getting cloudy on the outside, so it's time for a soup. I'm just going to use these baked butternut squash. I'm going to add some beef broth, garlic and salt, and a little bit of water. Fall time calls for more baking, and I have this pineapple. I want to create and make some pineapple flowers out of that. By dehydrating some thin slices, they will turn into a beautiful flower. And I wanted to make cupcakes at the beginning, but it turned into a pineapple upside down cake. Using this simple milk gluten-free mixture, and I simply just put coconut, sugar and pineapple slices on the bottom of the dish, and then I'm just going to pour over this mixture. using a hand mixer to make the soup more creamy. Whatever left from these dry and sunny days, I'm going to use this to eat outside because pretty soon we will have rain. This barbecue went through a lot on this summer. We like to use this a lot. So before we're going to put it aside for the fall and winter, I want to scrub it down. I'm using Barkeeper's Friend and dish soap. You guys missed all the fun. I put down the hose and it started to just shoot out the water right between my apron and my clothes and all the way on my side. So it's a sensory overload at this point, being in that clothes. Changing into a dry clothes, and I'm going to decorate the porch a little bit. The stumps that I thought I'm going to use on the fireplace decor, I changed my mind about that, and I'm going to just pile them up on the studio porch. Well, this cake has some beauty issues, but I will cover it with these pineapple flowers and no one will ever see what's underneath, and you guys not going to tell anybody, right?
Now that you got me started, I just can't stop. No, no. 'Cause I love you, baby. I can't let you go, baby. I gotta tell you that I've been looking for love so true. When I was down and out, along came you. Though you might be a liar, you cheat too. I just can't quit you now 'cause I love you. Yes, I do. I can't let you go, baby. I can't let you go, baby. 'Cause I love you, I love you, I love you. No, 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 no.
Let's try this one more time. Today is the editing day and I just realized that I lost footages how I created this dumpling, so I'm springing into an action to recreate them. So you saw on the screen the recipe, and basically I just mix everything together and create a dough. It is actually a very easy recipe, but very messy, I have to say that. The plums that are gonna go into the dumplings, I'm just going to cut them up into a smaller portion. If you have smaller plums, a half a plum would be the preferable shape, but these are huge. I'm going to add some cinnamon to it and some coconut sugar. And to create the dumplings, I'm just going to put one plum in the middle, and I'm just gently going to tuck it around the dough and just roll them. If your hands get sticky, you can use some flour, and then once you make the ball, you can cover it with a little bit of flour. This portion that I measured out will give plenty for 4 people, but I'm going to make more so I can put some into the freezer as well. So once the water is boiling, I will gently put the dumplings in there and just poke it a little bit here and there, so make sure they don't stick to the bottom. I'm going to use some ghee and pour some bread crumbs over it and make it brown a little bit. When the dumplings are floating on the top, I will let it cook for 2 to 3 minutes, and gently I will remove them and put them into the bread crumbs. Joat is excitingly waiting for the breakfast. I made this unplanned dumpling project right in the middle of the morning when it was the most chaotic. But nobody minded because we like these dumplings so much. I made so many dumplings that I have enough to freeze them, and first I'm going to put them on the tray. Once it's frozen, I'm going to put them into bags and it will stay separated. And the way I'm going to use it, I'm just going to put it into a hot boiling water as it's frozen. It doesn't need to be defrosted. What makes a house a home? How to create a cozy atmosphere? What makes a comfortable living for the family? Easy and simple tips for fall decor. Enjoying simple things at home in the autumn. Organizing, tidying up, cooking, gift wrapping, art studio time, making a birthday cake, and many more. Stay until the end to see them all. Last weekend, as we were organizing and tidy up and a little bit rearranging the studio, I was just thinking, we actually going to mark the 4th year in this house, and that made me think, what will make the house a home?
Down the boulevard, but your place is closer than mine.
These thoughts came back as I was in the studio, since this is our latest addition, and I have to go through the same thing when we moved into our house. I feel home at places that is functional, warm, comfortable, friendly, bright, and I can retreat from the world. I have a passion to create a cozy home, and this is reflects in my art as well. Creating a home requires energy, effort, and time. And sometimes it needs to be fixed. We were renting a house for a very long time, and when we purchased our very first house, we were very excited. And the truth is, I wanted to feel home at the new place as soon as possible, but it takes time. Home is where we are surrounded by our belongings and personal touches. This is where we begin each day, and this is where we rest every night. A home is comfort, a place to live with our families and enjoy it with friends. Home is where the memories are created. I'm going to use a couple of things that kind of represent the season, and that would be the fall in this case. And it doesn't have to be expensive. That can be something that I use, like kitchen towel and mugs, and that will cheer up the kitchen. While maintaining a home can be a lot of work and we don't have time to get done everything, there are a few things that can elevate the comfort. To clean out these two often used drawers. Cleaning and maintaining a home is a constant process instead of having a clean home all the time. I am going to iron some eucalyptus leaves because I am going to create a fall decor for the window. Either you choose store-bought decor or you make it on your own. It is something that can make more personalized a home and that can make you feel more of the actual season. This garland is very simple to make and I like the simplicity and the color of the leaves. I used some fishing lines to fix them with a little knot. A little tape will hold it on its place. gathering some elements to decorate my home for fall. And meanwhile, I know these decorations are not, I would say, mostly in the fashion. But this is the point of creating a home. Create something that you enjoy. My grandpa had a nursery, and I remember in the basement they had the smell of the moss, and they were creating so many beautiful wreaths, and one of them was this type where they actually gathered some fall leaves and they created some flowers out of them. I'm starving, so I'm going to make something that is very fast to make and only needs simple ingredients. I crushed some cabbage and I am going to cut out some carrots. That's for the fun, not for the flavor. I have some leftover meat that is not enough for a complete meal, so I'm just going to add to this mix. And the only thing I need for this is rice paper. I'm going to layer it. First, I'm putting down the rice paper, adding the cute flowers, then this cabbage egg mixture, and then one more rice paper, and then I'm going to cook it on both sides. One of the main comfort that I can count on in this house is to create meals. Breakfast, lunches, and dinners are all the part of creating a cozy home for us. One of the great feelings that I can get from a home is the smell of the food. That can be either a soup or something I'm baking in the oven, and in this case I'm going to make some cookies. This area is just a little space in the kitchen as we step outside, and it was a tricky one, how to organize things here or what can I use here since the breaking box is here as well. But this is another thing in creating a home, is to finding a place for everything. giving a loving care to the area where we have the most crumbs, and we are after breakfast, so the table is sticky from the peanut butter and jams and such. And I'm about to start to decorate a little bit, but I want to finish this cleaning before I start on that. Entrance is the area where I have to keep things simple so it can function smoothly, but also I like to give some kind of decor to this place to make it more welcoming. The moment when I realized we bought a bunch of fake eggs, so the new chickens know where to lay them, and we have an extra. So I'm going to prank one of my son and put it in his sheet. Because creating memories is creating a home, right? Sometimes when we have a decoration on the same place, we kind of get used to it. So this is one way to add something to the home, just switching up the ones that we already have. More ideas! Lights are the best way to warm up the home and give an atmosphere that is very welcoming. We might don't remember all the details of the decoration that we create each season, but we do remember how it made us feel for the holidays. And each place has its own charm, how it can be decorated. And I'm having so much fun to decorate with hops. I just never thought I will decorate with a beer ingredient. It really depends on the family, but I full-heartedly can say I think all of our family member loves the most being home when something is being baked or cooked. We just love to eat. So I'm going to work on that now because I have some ideas what to make. I just mixed some eggs and some brown rice flour together and some coconut sugar as well, but you can pick any recipes on the internet. It's just a very basic sugar cookie recipe, and the star of the show is this strawberry slice. I'm using a flower shaped cookie cutter, and then on the middle I will put the strawberry slices, and that will create a very cute flower. I'm moving on to the next recipe, which will be a marshmallow. Our fall season just can't make up its mind if it should be cold or warm, and today we got a warm day, and I was thinking maybe we should just bake some marshmallows over the fire tonight. The rain is on the horizon again, but tonight we're going to have a warm night, so we're going to cook outside, and this is one of our favorites. It's equal amounts of tomatoes and peppers. Avocado oil, and then the onions are going into the pot. Then the tomatoes. And the peppers. While the dinner is cooking and Jot is looking over the fire, I'm going to work on my shadow boxes. creating some fun memories with the family. We're going to eat outside with the boys. Food that has been cooked over the fire tastes different. It just tastes better. We took out some to put into the freezer, and for the leftover we're going to just pour some eggs over it.
You aren't a safety hazard.
Cozy lights, warm food, and we are ready to share stories and just talk about anything that comes to our mind.
It's been 4 weeks since you called.
This is a few days after we spent some time in front of the fire and we were cooking outside. I got a vertigo next day, so I was useless on that day. I did some editing, but I couldn't do anything around the house. And what made it even worse is that I wanted to make a cake for Joel's birthday, but because I wasn't feeling good, I couldn't. So we're going to make it today, and he's going to helping me with that.
Not too late, I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you.
We are enjoying some time together in the kitchen. Home to me is where everybody feels comfortable. They can do their hobbies and they can retreat from the world or just have their friends over.
Say that you won't go.
I'm cooking some peppers that are chopped into itty-bitty pieces, and Joel is making the Swedish pancakes.
It's been so cold without you here. We barely said goodbye before you disappeared. It's been so cold without you here. I'm not gonna lie, don't know what I do without you.
The rice noodles are done, and I added some shiitake mushroom, some sesame oil, sesame seeds, and coconut aminos.
I hope it's not too late. I want you back here with me. We never should have said it's better this way. I'd rather be with you.
This cake was requested by Joel, but this is the same cake I had for my birthday. I think this is our official favorite. I mixed some dairy-free yogurt with some maple syrup, and then the first layer will have some apricot jam with some grinded walnuts, and I will repeat the layers one after the other.
Say that you won't go.
Joel's favorite is the chestnut puree, and this is very difficult to find in the stores, so we went to a German store, which was kind of a long drive, but we wanted to give a shot to find his favorite sweet. We discovered some of our favorite snacks from our childhood. And this is the spice mix that I make every single year at home. After the crazy traffic, we are back at home. Well, they didn't have Joad's favorite, so as we came back, we picked up some pickles and some fish. And now I'm going to wrap some presents for my friend because she had her birthday, but we haven't celebrated yet. So we're going to celebrate over the weekend. I picked up some chocolate for her from the German store, and I choose this wrapping paper because she has a very happy and bubbling personality and she likes colors. I'm waiting for everybody to come home so we can start to celebrate Joad's birthday. But before we do that, I have some time to open this lovely package from one of my subscribers. She sent this to me and she creates this amazing, beautiful, organic teas. So I will leave all the information down below in the description box for you if you are interested in organic teas. And thank you so much for this heartfelt package that you sent me, Sienna, and for the drawings that your daughter made. Thank you so much. Washing off some peanut butter off of the table as I'm about to decorate for the birthday. And we like to keep it simple and we like to buy presents for each other together. So we really enjoy celebrating that way, but this is another occasion where we can create memories in our home. Last year I surprised him with a big party with all his friends. This year we have a little bit more laid back and cozy situation for this occasion.
close your eyes. Get some rest. I'm by your side.
There's nothing wrong with that. Tripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong.
In a few minutes, everybody is going to be home and finally we can start to eat the cake.
It looks like a Scotch bonnet.
I could not look like this big.
You look like this big.
Thank you so much for watching until the end, and if you enjoyed this content, I will see you next Saturday at 6 a.m.